Hey, it's Ohana again. Um, I was gonna make a weekly update video, but I think I'm gonna change my diet. I've been, I think it's been about 5 or 6 days since I started intermittent fasting. I've been doing 16-hour fasting periods with the 8-hour window of eating, and I started out from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. is my eating window. And I found that in the morning times I would get very hungry for breakfast. So I ended up switching to 11 p.m. to, 11 a.m., I guess, to 7 p.m. And it helped a lot, but yesterday was supposed to be my cheat day, and I found myself binge eating for some reason. I don't know why this isn't focusing. There it goes. But but yesterday, which was Sunday, was my cheat day I set for myself, and I found myself kind of binge eating. We had a family cookout because it was Father's Day. I ate 2 hamburgers with no bread, and then 2 hot dogs with no bread, and that filled me up. But this was at my well, this was my mother's side of the family, and my parents split up when I was 3 years old. So usually on holidays, you I don't know about everybody else, but I go celebrate with both sides of my family. And I went to my dad's, and for some reason, on the way there, I felt like getting some fast food for my cheat day, I guess. So I stopped at Taco Bell, got a Mexican pizza, and I guess my stomach had shrank, but I was able to finish it, but it had me very full, made me feel like garbage. And that was probably around 6 p.m. So my eating window ends at 7 p.m. So I was about done. So I didn't eat for the rest of that day. And I don't know what it was, but I stayed the night at his house, and I woke up this morning to head back to my house, and I felt it was around 8 a.m. Keep in mind that my fasting or my eating window starts at 11. It was around 8 a.m. I was heading back to my house, and I had an overwhelming urge to stop and get breakfast. I don't know why. And when I stopped, for some reason, I got what I used to get. I would get a number 9, which is the steak, egg, and cheese bagel, and two breakfast burritos. And I had a Diet Coke, which is the first time I've had soda since I've started this. I really don't know how, but I was able to get it down. And I got home, I was tracking my calories, and that meal, let me check again, but wherever my phone is. But that meal, I could not believe how many calories were in that meal. Let Let me check just real quick, see how much it was. It's it's ridiculous. I don't know how I have an unhealthy relationship with food, and yeah, that meal was 1,400 calories. Now I've been consuming less than 1,500 calories a day since I've started this. So honestly, I don't know how I finished it, honestly. But I did, and I felt like absolute crap afterwards. Just absolute crap. I'm unfocusing again, but I got home and YouTube pretty much what to do after binging. And I happened to stumble across a video about water fasting. And and I was watching can't remember who it was, what the video was on. But I can't remember whose channel it was. I can look real quick, but it was a healthy alternative. I was watching him on the water fasting, and I saw a man that lost 130 pounds in 10 months doing it. So I figure if I can't have a healthy relationship with food, then maybe I should just cut it out altogether. Not indefinitely, but I'm really thinking about going 7 days on the water fasting to try, and yeah, I don't know, I'm really confused right now. I wouldn't say I've hit a brick wall, but I feel like this water fasting is a way to some mentally like jump over my old eating habits, and to kickstart this whole fat burning weight loss thing. I honestly don't think that water fasting is bad for you. I really don't. Some people knock it and say that it's bad for your body and you'll burn your muscle mass off and all that, but I believe in the healthy alternative guy that was speaking on it. I believe he is an educated man, and he's had people on his show that has lost weight. So I mean, obviously it does something. And but anyways, as far as the gym, I've been going every day. Actually, yesterday was the first day that I hadn't went since then. But I've been going every day, building up my endurance. Started out walking on a treadmill. This is how out of shape I was. I was doing a 5 incline at about 1.9 speed, and I could only go 15 minutes at a time. See, I've been overweight so long that I have lower back pain and joint pain on my right side of my hip and knee. And I would get, during those 15 minutes, I would get out of breath. My joints would start hurting. I would have to step off to the side and rest so I could get back on there and push through maybe 10, 15 more minutes if I'm lucky. But I worked my way. I decided to lower the incline, increase the speed, and just get to where I build my endurance up. At this moment, God, why is it doing this? At this moment, I've gotten when I went to the gym, it was, well, I'm going today, but yesterday I didn't go. So Friday was the last time I had hit the gym, and I was able to walk 45 minutes straight on the treadmill. It was it's about a mile. I think it was 1.3 miles, I believe, something along that line. But um, I was able to do that, and honestly, I wasn't out of breath. My my joints were hurting a little bit, but not really bad. And but I unfortunately had to get off because I'm guessing it's because my shoes are a little big on me, but my foot was starting to rub real bad and it was getting a blister. So I got off. I hit the weights and stuff for about 15 minutes, and then I went home. And yeah, I really don't know where else to go with this. Basically, I'm going to transfer from the intermittent fasting straight over to water fasting for 7 days and see how I do. There will be my scale. I've got a scale coming in that weighs up to 500 pounds. It'll be able to weigh me. I'm not 500 pounds, but it'll be able to weigh me. And I've also heard that you should measure your waist because the scale doesn't tell you everything. So I'm going to do that as well. We got the scale coming in tomorrow. I already have the measuring. I don't know what it's called, the measuring thing to measure your waist. But currently my waist is at 60 inches. 60 inches. And I will update you on the weight when I get my scale in. But yes, and also I wanted to touch on this real quick. They talked about some of your family members or your friends could be toxic to you as far as an unhealthy lifestyle. And I've seen that a little bit with nothing against any of my family members, but it seems like when they look at not eating as a bad thing, like yesterday at 7 o'clock when my period ends, my eating period, I was at my father's house, and like everybody over there, they were like, because they cook late for some reason, they eat kind of later, they were like, why aren't you eating? And I kept explaining it to them, and really the most supportive person there was my dad, which is surprising because he hasn't always been there for me. Like I said, my parents split up when I was 3, and I've lived with my mother pretty much my whole life except for about 2 years when I was in high school. And my father really hasn't, I wouldn't say he hasn't been a good father, but he definitely hasn't been very supportive. But and he kind of, they over there, they are big on fast food. They eat fast food almost every day, and that was not healthy for me. That made me gain a lot of weight very quickly. And yeah, and my mother has always been the type to put everybody before her. So she thinks something's wrong when I don't eat, and she always be like, well, here, eat this, try this. Like, it's not that bad. You'll be okay. Like, as far as like breads and stuff. Like, we went to Cheddar's for Father's Day, and I got something called the sweet heat chicken and shrimp. And it comes with a salad, and the salad has a croissant roll with it, which is carbs. So I gave it to her. I said, "Here, I don't want this." She said, "Oh, come on, you can eat that. It's not that bad for you." Just stuff like that. Like mentally, it's just mentally draining dealing with that kind of stuff. And I'm not trying to be all emotional and act like some spoiled brat or anything, because it's definitely not the case. Definitely not the case. But um um I'm never been mentally strong and really dedicated with stuff. So this is a first, and it's taken a little bit to get used to. But I think it'll get easier. I could really use some support if you guys not I wouldn't say support. I don't want a pity party or anything like that. I want people to, you can comment, or I don't know if you can message on YouTube, but if so, you could message me and just talk to me about your experiences and about what you think I should do with this. I think it'll help a lot, and I'm really, I don't really know what to say, but I'm just, I'm so tired of being overweight. I'm so tired of feeling insecure about myself. Will this thing please work? So tired of feeling insecure about myself. And please focus. Please. I don't know why it's doing that. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video there. I would really appreciate it if you guys would just give me some advice, or just let me know how water fasting has done you. Oh my Lord. Let me know how it's worked for you, or if I should stick to the intermittent fasting, or what. But I don't think I should stick to the intermittent fasting because of my unhealthy eating habits. But I don't know. There's people that are very educated about that